This is the Monster Baracus, and you are watching Proving Ground Pro. Don't step in the ring with me.
Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
And it's time to take you back in time to a Proven Ground Pro Classic. Two people that will look very familiar to you. We have Melanie Cruz versus Donovan Dijak in intergender action.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall.
I believe this is the big one we've all been waiting for one of the big main events of the evening.
This is the match that broke the social media needle, Jesse. Oh, by the way, usual suspects, Havana, Illinois. Match 6. Jesse Matthews, Brady Lawrence sitting in to see the match that I just said broke the social media needle. We have two absolute world-class talents facing off in this ring for this match, Jesse.
This is what dreams are made of, Brady Lawrence. This is an independent dream match. This is an intergender dream match. Hell, this is just a dream fucking match.
Well,
I haven't even been drinking yet.
Well, I've been drinking all night, Jesse. You can't say you drank all day unless you start in the morning. Needless to say, I'm not a big guy that was ever into intergender matches. I never thought we'd have one at PGP. I'm going to tell you the truth. I didn't really think we would do that when PGP started. But Melanie's a whole different animal. We saw her whip Periwinkle's ass. Hell, that was one of our most viewed
we were
matches
two of the
ever.
guys. We were two of the guys behind in the times. We didn't necessarily believe in the intergender stuff. There's two women, and I say it all the time, that made me a believer, and one's Heidi Lovelace, and the other one you're going to see tonight, Melanie Cruz. Because when Melanie Cruz comes up to you and says, these broads are no competition for me, give me the men, you give her what she wants.
At her word, but I tell you what, Jesse, this is more than giving her the men. This is giving her one of ROH's Ring of Honor's top athletes. This man's ceiling is absolutely out of sight. You can absolutely expect huge things in this man's future. Donovan Dijak. Is this more than Melanie Cruz can handle? I don't know.
Melanie Cruz wanted to be tested.
Whoa.
From Chicago, Illinois, Melanie Cruz.
Well,
Melanie needs no music.
Melanie might not get her intro music, but Melanie's here in the house. So, anyway, as our tech crew desperately searches for Melanie's music, which is way too late, Melanie has made it to the ring, and we have Donovan Dijak and Melanie Cruz in the middle of this ring. And whether or not you get music, it don't fucking matter, because you know what you're getting? There we go. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to this match. Give me a ring bell. And Melanie Cruz back from a super successful tour of Japan in the ring with Donovan Dijak. Are you kidding me? I don't know what's going to happen here. But, Jesse, I think Melanie bit off more than she could chew. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know how to call this one, Brady. I mean, I've never seen Melanie in there with a man of this size. Well, you never think about guys and how big they are and how powerful they are until you really see them in person. Sometimes it's just too hard to visualize. This is one massive man.
There's no doubt about it. He is an Adonis in that ring. And Melanie, as I said, she walked through Japan like Godzilla, but she was used to facing broads that barely came up to her chin. Donovan Dijak, what is he, 6'5"?
Oh, no, he's got to be 6. We're talking 6'7", 6'8" here. Melanie Cruz is a 6-foot tall woman, and he stands a good 7 inches towering over her.
This is everything and more that Melanie ever asked for. I think it's too much, Jesse. It is too damn much.
She's not backing down 1 inch, though.
We knew that wasn't going to happen. Melanie's never taken she's never taken a backward step in the proving ground. And a nice duck under. Oh, my Lord, have mercy.
She just rocked Dijak, and you got to think he's completely shocked. He doesn't know what he's got himself into.
Oh, my God, she's unloading on Donovan Dijak. But Dijak up over Cruz. She's compromised, Jesse. It's up, and there's nowhere to go but
elbows. Gets herself out of it. Kick to the face.
Unbelievable duck under and a big move for Cruz.
She's using what she's got, and that's a speed game. I've never seen Melanie Cruz this quick. She may be in the best shape of her life also.
Well, coming off that successful tour, I don't doubt a bit. Knowing she needed her speed game, she knew the size and power of Dijak coming in. So I don't doubt for a second she's relying on that.
Cruz is looking for the suplex.
Oh, that's a bad choice. It's looking for the power game. No, Melanie, don't do it. Oh,
Dijak tosses her like a rag doll.
I knew it was a mistake, Jesse. This man's too big, and he's too powerful. Mel's in real trouble here.
Well, he didn't win a certain company's top prospect tournament for no reason. He is the buzz and the talk of the indie circuit. He is one of the best wrestlers on the East Coast. There's nothing but big things in this man's future. And if Melanie Cruz wants to prove herself in the wrestling world, especially against the men, she's going to have to do it against the guys like Donovan Dijak, a man of that caliber.
I don't know if it's possible. Don't get me wrong. Mel is the absolute best woman's wrestling. I put her in the ring with anybody. You hear me? Any diva, any Fed. You're talking the big time, the one that starts with a W. Bring any of their talent out. I don't care. Mel will send a packet, but Donovan Dijak, are you kidding me?
The one thing I don't know if Dijak's ever dealt with is a woman of this toughness. This is his first intergender match. He does not know what to expect, especially when a woman like Melanie hits you in the face.
Well, I tell you what, he has taken full advantage of his physical stature. This is one of the rare times that Melanie is out height and out strength in a match. She has rarely had to deal with that, and that is one tough row to hoe in the world of wrestling.
The only thing Dijak may have never dealt with, besides the fact that he's never wrestled a woman, there may be nobody in PGP with more heart than Melanie Cruz.
There's nobody that gets
that
more
heart is as big as she is.
There's nobody that moves the social media register like Melanie Cruz. But as I go back to, this is just too much. Melanie can't handle. This was a mistake.
He's absolutely punishing her.
I was afraid.
Dijak is trying to show everybody around the world, whether you put him in with a man or a woman, he is going to destroy them.
And you can't take a backward step. If this is the match you're assigned, you got to go in to win. You got to do what you did to get. Oh, are you kidding me? Mel's hanging in there.
Oh, nasty shot. She's just unleashing with elbows. Dijak catches her.
Oh!
Looks like he's taking her up.
Over, and
Huge backbreaker.
Are you kidding me? That wasn't necessary.
Oh!
We're halfway across the ring, Jesse. Mel, I've never seen her in trouble like this before. That's got to be a 3 ring now. Oh, my God. I was reaching for the ring bell.
That was as close gets. I'm just in awe of this match. It's 2 huge physical specimens just beating the hell out of each other. And it's something we say every month, but if you want the best athletes and you want the coolest matches, come to the Proving Ground.
These guys are absolutely killing. Did I say guys, intergender, whatever? These wrestlers, these performers, these competitors, these athletes in that ring right there, the Proving Ground. It's the best you're going to find in Central Illinois. And if you think intergender matches are the thing that's moving the social media register right now, check this one out. This is Dijak versus Cruz. And my God, Melanie's hanging in there. She's compromised, but she's not beaten yet.
We have seen an absolute animal instinct come out in Dijak. I don't think I've ever seen him meaner than I have tonight.
Well, I'm not going to kid you. I don't know this guy well, but looking in his eyes, I think he's surprised this match isn't over yet.
You usually take my word for it, Brady, and you can take my word for it on this one. He is as crisp and clean and calculating as he ever is. I'm a huge fan of this man. I know his work, and he is decimating Melanie Cruz.
Look at him sink those elbows into Melanie's temple, Jesse. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
And when you think that he's just going to pound her into submission, he brings out the athleticism he brings to the table.
This is an absolute clinic by Dijak. He is dissecting Melanie Cruz right here. Melanie, I was so afraid it was going to be like this. Dijak's just too much. He's a powerhouse. He's a man. He is a beast. And what timing by Cruz!
I didn't think he was going up for the moonsault. Cruz moves out of the way. Till then, this crowd in Havana had been completely quieted.
And the reverse atomic drop. And those nuts are in trouble. Oh, Dijak taking it on both ends, and Cruz is taking control of this match.
Melanie Cruz trying to find her second win.
Oh, she's goozled.
Goozle looking for a choke slam. Slaps the hand off.
She goozled Dijak.
With their own choke slam. Choke slam to Dijak.
Oh, my God. I thought it was a 3, Jesse.
I was reaching for the bell that time.
Unbelievable action at the usual suspects.
Melanie looking for the Havana crowd to get behind her.
I can't believe. Oh, big boo, but Dijak sniffed it out. Oh, Melanie escapes. What's she looking for? There's no way. Oh, my God. She powerbombed him.
Huge power bomb. She barely got him up. I can't believe Dijak kicked out of it after he landed on his head like that.
Unbelievable. What
this man is showing the toughness he brings to the table now. We've seen lesser men be powerbombed by Melanie Cruz. Oh, huge splash in the corner.
Melanie Cruz is bringing the offense tonight, Jesse. This is unbelievable.
She could be taking too long.
Oh! It took way too long. That's got to be it.
How did she kick out of that kick? How did she get her shoulders up, Brady Lord? You explain that to me.
Her head clean off.
If she is not missing teeth after that, I would be surprised.
She can't be as pretty as she was when she got here.
She's going to feel this one tomorrow.
Sucking soup for a month and getting ready to be elevated. Are you kidding me? Melanie, oh no, put the fork in that girl. Oh wait, she escaped. What's going on here? Oh, Jesus.
He flips out of it.
She dropped him on his head. But a big boot and a big forearm, and it's over for Cruz. This has got to be it. Wait a minute, she ducked him. She chokeslammed him. She's rolling in. Holy crap.
Melanie Cruz has upset the independent world. Melanie Cruz over Donovan Dijak. Melanie Cruz. Melanie Cruz.
Unbelievable. Only at the usual suspects.
Welcome to the Proving Ground. I'm your host, Brady Lawrence, along with the Professor of Style, Robert Leach. And you're here at a great time because you're here for Grapple Mania. Rob, what's on tap?
Well, it's time for another singles match. We've got The Disruptor, Victor Anawal, going one-on-one with Triple R, Reverend, Ronnie, Roberts. What is that? What's that music?
It doesn't matter. Stay tuned for exciting action.
The show, I guarantee it. I am the Triple R superstar, Reverend Ronnie Roberts. That's right, young man. High fives all around. Give me some. Now I travel this country. Nay, I travel this nation. Working holes and saving souls, and I'm here to save some people today. Can I get an amen? Now, I'm all over this nation. I'm in the East Coast. Amen. The West Coast, North, South, everywhere. I hail from Kentucky, but I wrestle in every other state. And as I travel around this nation, amen, this nation has sustained me. This nation has fed me. Amen. This nation has clothed me. Amen. This nation has gave me drink when I was thirsty and shelter when it was raining, amen. And I'm talking about the greatest nation on earth. You know what nation I'm talking about, young man? What nation is that?
Wrestling.
Wrestling nation. I'm talking about the US of A, folks.
Yes.
USA.
USA. USA. USA. USA.
That's what I'm talking about. I like to go to a wrestling show and get that old school USA chant. But you know what? Actually, I think that's probably the second best nation in the world. Because the best nation that has sustained me and fed me and clothed me and gave me something to drink, Mr. Referee. That nation is a dough nation. So here's what I need from all of you all. I need you all to come out of your pockets because the Lord loves a cheerful giver. Come on. Listen here, when's the last time you went to church, man? When's the last time? Listen, the Lord loves a cheerful giver. Let's pay your tithes and pay your offerings. Come on, what you waiting on? Don't tell me you're broke because you're out here buying all this stuff. You're buying nachos and ice cream and blow up UFO little judge. Come on, let's give it up. Hurry up. Don't be a sinner your whole life. Don't be a low life your whole life. Let's go. Let's get it in. All right, let's get it. Excellent. Let's go. Come on. Hey, listen, ma'am. Don't look at me like that. I know you got it. Don't you reach in that. That's a surefire ticket to downstairs. You know what I'm saying? You think it's hot here. You think it's hot here, just wait till the day's over with. And you think you might be going upstairs where there's air conditioning, but I promise you there's no AC down where it's hot. Amen. I saved you, good. That's all I do. I work holes and save souls. Go around. Come on over here. Let's go. Let's get it up. Get it out. Come on. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Listen, I'm going to save y'all's life right here, right now. I'm going to send you on the path of redemption now. Amen. This young lady gave the last quarter she had. That's all she has to her name, and she gave it. Amen. Everybody, get out of here, kid. I don't need no styrofoam. Oh, man. Excellent. You know what? As I look at all this, as many people that is out here right now, you all can only give like $7. That's it. That's all we got. You're poor. What about the good Reverend around spreading the word? I'm supposed to go hungry because you all poor and don't want to give. You have on Nike everything, ma'am. How much did that cost? You know what? I thought this was going to be a good time, but it turns out you are a bunch of sinners and heathens and ne'er-do-wells just like everywhere else I go. So you know what I'm going to do? Bring out an opponent right now so I can wrestle and save his soul at least, because the rest of you all are lost. Well, Triple R, here comes your opponent. Making his way to the ring from Rushville, Illinois, weighing at 185 pounds, the Disruptor, Victor Analog. Cut that music. Now listen here, young man. I came out here and I tried to have a good time with these folks, and it turns out they're of the devil. You're the devil. You look like a fine, upstanding young man. So let me make you an offer. We don't have to come out here and beat each other up in front of these ingrates, in front of these heathens. They don't deserve it. Why don't you drop right down on your knees right here in front of me, confess your sins, and we can walk right to the back and have Bible study and forget about all this nonsense. What do you say about that? What do you say, people? It's a great idea.
Bible study. He wears anti-Christmas sweaters.
Come on, you and me. We don't need this. We're better than this. We're better than these people. Come on.
So you want me to drop on my knees?
Come on, AJ. Confess your sins.
And confess my sins.
And join me.
And join you.
That is correct, sir.
You want to show me how you want me to drop on my knees? Just a quick demonstration.
Fair enough. I'm humble enough to do said task. Oh yes.
Okay.
Yes. Just like that.
Hang on, please.
Just like this, young man. That's all it is. That's all you gotta do. That's all I'm asking. I ask nothing else of you. Nothing else. Look at me. Look at me. Yeah.
Jesse, it looks like we finally got a match. It looks like the Reverend Ronnie's done saving souls and Victor Analog is having none of it.
Reverend Ronnie reminds me of those evangelists that came into your city to bleed you dry and move on to the next town. I mean, if he came out here handling a snake, I would not be surprised. He is a silver-tongued devil.
Got me to give him $50 before the show started. He's a slick talker, Jesse.
He's a slick talker. You thought you were helping out the Lord, and I almost guarantee that goes right into Reverend Ronnie's pocket. This guy is... he's something else.
He said he worked with underprivileged kids.
He says a lot of things, but I like a lot of people think.
Speaking of an underprivileged kid, did you see Victor Analog take that shoulder to the midsection?
Huge shoulder to the midsection. Now Reverend Ronnie's got a headlock of his own, showing that he does have a little bit of wrestling skill.
I tell you what, Reverend Ronnie could do more than talk, but he's in trouble now because look at that head scissors right in the middle of the ring. The Triple R Superstar.
Bible study, you should be studying wrestling.
And Victor Analog's really been on a roll here in PGP. He has come into his own. So this is definitely not going to be a day off for the good Reverend.
Oh, the good Reverend doesn't know what he's gotten himself into. Victor Analog coming off a great showing at 0-1 against the PGP franchise champion Vic Capri, and he's looking to get that hot streak rolling again right here against Reverend Ronnie.
Yeah, he gave Vic Capri all he could handle over there in Mattoon, and that was something else, fighting for Amy. And we hope Amy is doing well and fighting hard. And meanwhile, Victor Analog pressed Vic Capri to the limit, didn't quite get it done, and he is refocused and re-energized with a plan to make it back to the top.
Big tilt-a-whirl head scissors sends Reverend Ronnie outside the ring. We know Victor Analog's no stranger to flying.
No, he is a
Ronnie ducks and covers.
Oh man, did Victor Analog get all that kick. He wilted the good Reverend. And the Rev, I don't think he knows if he's on the East Coast, the West Coast, North, South, or in between right now. He is dazed and confused. And Victor Analog, he is laying in the punishment.
Reverend Ronnie's getting more than he bargained for here. He thought he was going to have an easy night.
Tries to reverse the action. Analog ducks out of the way and lays in another chop. And Reverend Ronnie, he's paying the price. Tossed back into the ring. And Analog is absolutely cooking with gas here.
That's right. Analog says he's going to finish it. Oh!
A little too much time and a little bit of desperation on the part of the good Reverend. Ends up draping Victor Analog over that top rope. And look at him deliver the boots. And now he's choking Victor Analog out.
I'm the man of the law. You can't treat me like that.
You gotta watch that choke, Ronnie.
What are you all looking at?
Into the breadbasket. Reverend Ronnie starting to operate, throw some haymakers, and he's got Victor Analog in the first real trouble of the match. So
quick snap jab by Reverend Ronnie. Amen, and hits the leg drop. Now a cover.
The amen leg drop right down across the throat of Analog. Analog's in trouble here.
Reverend Ronnie found out the hard way that the leg drop only works for the Lord Jesus and Hulk Hogan.
True enough. And now look at this twist in the neck of Analog.
Got
there.
Analog in a neck vice there.
Man,
Slowing
oh man.
Analog down. Analog started this match off like a house of fire. Reverend Ronnie's still trying to gather himself. You have to feel that at least. And this is the right thing to do. Take Analog to the ground, slow down the pace, gather yourself, and go back into your game plan.
No doubt he got off on the wrong foot. He didn't get off on the good foot. He got off on the wrong foot with Victor Analog, but he's trying to turn that around right now.
Analog rolled through, catches a knee strike.
And man, that really caught Analog right in the temple. It just dropped him right out of the ring, Jess. Reverend Ronnie up to that top rope.
Up to the top.
That looks dangerous. That looks real dangerous, Jesse. And meanwhile, we can't even see Analog, but he just took a double axe handle, I'm assuming. That's on the far side of the ring, but the good Reverend's back up, and Victor Analog's still out of sight.
That's right. Reverend Ronnie dropping from the heavens with a big double axe handle.
It did not look like an angel ascending from heaven, I'll tell you that.
Reverend Ronnie, not a fan of the kids. I don't think he teaches Bible school there, Brady.
Well, not the kids class anyway, but he did have a little bit of preaching for him over there. but the time he took preaching was also time he was given to Victor Analog to make a little bit of a recovery. But oh, look at the good Reverend. Accidentally got his feet stuck on the ropes.
Reverend grabs the ropes, but right in front of the referee, sees it, of course, breaks up the cover.
I thought that was an accident.
If you ask Reverend Ronnie, it was definitely an accident.
And once again, with a nice leg, he hooks that leg well deep, but Analog, plenty of fight left in it. Get that shoulder up. But Reverend Ronnie looks like he's feeling good.
Reverend Ronnie talking to this crowd, talking to this congregation, if you will.
Gippy, we need to donate more to Reverend Ronnie. He seems so sincere to me.
Reverend Ronnie offering to lay his healing hands on the Gimpster, but he couldn't come up with enough of a contribution to the Reverend's fund, so he just laid one hand on him and said, I hope for the best. He took his money and walked away. I mean, he is something else. Oh, back to the action. Reverend Ronnie hit with another cover.
Oh, the beard's right on top of the action. I like it. We had ourselves an audio problem, but we're hearing some stuff from across the park.
Reverend Ronnie looking for a pile driver on Victor Analog on the outside, up and over, backdropped on the concrete. Ow! My God, that's unforgiving pavement there. Reverend Ronnie told Victor Analog he could ask for forgiveness. Well, Reverend Ronnie got no forgiveness on that backdrop.
Not even. I can't believe it. He did, praying as hard as he did, I can't believe divine intervention did not intervene.
Reverend Ronnie slow to get in the ring. Victor Analog slow to get in the ring and get up himself. Reverend Ronnie in the corner misses his big splash. Out of the way goes Analog.
Big boot by Analog and Reverend Ronnie. Paying the price. Stagger. Down. Analog. Kick to the midsection. Big boot to the face. Discus punch. Reverend Ronnie's rocking and reeling in there. Oh, that makes a great escape right there. That didn't last long. Another boot from Analog. Up and over with a suplex. Reverend Ronnie is down for only a 2.
Only a 2, says referee the Beard.
The Beard right on top of it.
Victor Analog can't believe it. He thought that was it. He thought Reverend Ronnie was going to call it a day and go back to the congregation.
Meanwhile, Reverend Ronnie going after Victor Analog, who's hung out on the top rope.
Reverend Ronnie working his way to the top. Could be looking for a superplex here.
Oh, but Analog slips out of it. Oh, Analog down, and he's hurt.
Reverend Ronnie saying the Lord prevails. He's dumped Victor Analog outside. The referee's checking on him. Analog saying he can continue.
Man. He does have the power of the Lord.
Reverend Ronnie, not a shortage of the preaching for this crowd.
I
He's
couldn't
gotta
believe what
stop
just
doing
happened. He's trying to throw Victor Analog back in the ring, and Analog could be hurt. I don't know.
He could be hurt. He could be out on his feet. Reverend Ronnie, though, once that victory, he rolls him back to the inside.
He says the Lord has delivered unto him a victory, and he is going to collect it right now. Oh man,
Big
despite the
clothesline by
injury,
Analog.
Analog hanging in there with a huge clothesline.
I'm not going on top again.
Both men slow to their feet. Double thrust to the throat by Reverend Ronnie. Big forearm.
And Analog, the Jesus drop from the top rope has definitely affected Analog. He's hurt. And Reverend Ronnie taking full advantage, Jesse. This has got to be it. Oh, Analog hanging in there. What a tough
Kicks
kid.
out, but Reverend Ronnie rolls into a crossface.
And right in the middle of the ring, this is going to be too much for Analog. He's going to have to tap out, Jesse.
He's going to have to tap out. I don't know how much left Victor Analog's got. And this crossface is cinched in. He's rolling through, though, Brady.
You got to be kidding me. Almost pulled it out of nowhere. Oh, but the Reverend Ronnie delivers a kick right to the back of Analog's head.
Reverend Ronnie looking for that right hand from God.
So he may know I'm the chosen one. I'm the blessed one. And I am exactly what I say I am. Hey, man.
Big palm strike misses.
Oh, palm strike missed and only a
Roll
two.
through by
but
Analog.
Analog's gotten a second wind after that unholy drop off the top. Oh, but a super kick from the big Reverend.
Could be looking for the ripcord into that right hand from God. Analog blocks it. Looking for the three-handle Guzunda. I think that's how you say it, Brady. I don't know how to say it.
Close enough, Jesse, but the action continues. Oh, man, he damn near knocked Reverend Ronnie into next week with that elbow. Oh, it chops him right on his head, ties him up, and that's a three from the man. And Victor Analog with an unbelievable comeback and a huge win.